and self-defense galleries. My name's Keith. This is India, if you've never met us before. I've jumped the King Museum to life for you, and we're now going to tell you the story of a true swashbuckling legend, a French female sword fighter by the name of Julie d'Aubigny, better known as La Maupin.
I came into the world in 1670, or thereabouts. A lady never reveals her true age. My father was secretary to the Count d'Armagnac, who was in turn master of horse to King Louis XIV of France. Papa was a formidable fencer and gave me a masculine education in which horsemanship and feats of arms were encouraged.
Now, France in the late 1600s was dominated by the use of the small sword. This was a new style of civilian weapon, lightweight with a narrow blade, still, during Julie's lifetime, substantial enough to allow you to cut, as well as to thrust. Later small swords, though, developed considerably. They got lighter and lighter until they had triangular section blades, and they're the sort that modern fencing weapons are based on. How were these weapons used? Well, I suggest that we ask Julie and her father. Julie, attends.
Yes, Papa.
Demonstrate for me the principal lines of attack and defense with small sword, second, tierce, carte, and circle. En garde. Allez. Oh, Julie, very good. Oh. I fear there is little more I can teach you. Only 12 years old, and already nobody can beat her. Mark my words, my friends. One day, this daughter of mine, she'll be a legend.
When I was 14, I rather naughtily became mistress to Count d'Armagnac, who arranged a rather convenient marriage to one Monsieur Francois Maupin. But he was far too old, so I was soon rid of him. Why settle for one mouldy apple when there is an entire orchard of fresh fruit out there? I set out on a life filled with adventure, seeking relationships with both men and women, and in the meantime, for a lady must eat, I became an opera singer of such beauty and power, I was soon being celebrated as the toast of Paris.
Yes, she doesn't sell herself short, does she? But fear not, everyone, because all this didn't go to her head, and she never stopped her fencing lessons. And so came about the duel which, as her father predicted, made her a legend. And this occurred in 1695, when the entire opera company, of which Julie was a member, were invited to a masked ball held by none other than Louis XIV, King of France.
I attended, as had become my habit, dressed in male attire, but making no effort to disguise my identity or sex, I found myself drawn to a rather beautiful and ravishing female guest. And I invited her to dance, and later suggested a somewhat more intimate encounter.
Unfortunately, Julie was also the focus of attention of 3 male suitors, all of whom found the harlot Maupin's behavior terrible.
Messieurs, I am at your service, all 3 of you. Shall we settle this dispute like gentlemen?
Yes, like gentlemen. Well, no, not like gentlemen, because you're not a gentleman, are you? You're a... Yes, like gentlemen.
Excellent. Will you have 3 separate lessons, or the entire syllabus and all at once?
Madame, you mystify us. What is it you believe you can teach us?
Only the 3 most powerful secret strokes ever taught by the sword masters of France.
Oh. Well,
who will be my first student?
Go on, don't get up. You've got your sword. You've got a sword. You can't fight a duel with a sword. Sit down. How about you? You've got a sword. You have a sword. Oh. C'est moi.
Oh.
Avec plaisir.
Your lesson will be the Jarnac slice.
I beg your pardon.
On guard!
Oh, a surgeon, she's cut my hamstring, a surgeon.
A very disappointing start. I do hope that maybe my second student will be an improvement.
Aye, he will. And he'll give you far more sport than his poor unfortunate friend, whose leg you've just ventilated. What will you teach him?
A lesson in manners, if nothing else.
We're going to fight. Fight!
Aha! Your stroke is...
No need to tell me. That is the Nevers thrust. Aye, right between the eyes.
Yes.
Always wondered how it was done. And now you've taught me. I salute you and humbly take my leave.
A much better student, very gracious in defeat. I really hope I have a third.
Indeed you do.
Be warned, monsieur. I'm about to demonstrate my most final and fatal stroke.
How can I demur when you fight like a true gallant?
Who will one day be a legend.
But not a living one.
Very good. Would you mind holding this for me? Thank you.
I do believe you cost me a very expensive button. Oh, you truly deserve your sobriquet of Mistress of the Sword. But this is all too tiring. When will you teach me your secret stroke?
Patience, monsieur, all in good time.
At least tell me its name.
Well then, sir, it would not be a secret.
A lesson in logic as well as swordsmanship. My cup runneth over. Madam, you go too far.
Always.
At last I have you, madam, and it's time to crack the boy of your somewhat dubious fame. Such a shame killing you will deny me a good stroke.
Oh, monsieur, I never denied a man a good stroke. Voila! The Duclin disarm. My best student, top of the class. Oh, pardon, monsieur. I do believe you are holding on to my sword. This is yours. Honour satisfied, and having become once again, rightfully so, the centre of attention, I returned to the ball. I had considered reacquainting myself with that ravishing female guest. But she was nowhere to be seen. The things we do for love. Instead, I was confronted by Louis XIV, the Sun King himself.
Maupin, you jade! 3 of my finest courtiers terribly wounded, and this despite my edict banning dueling within the walls of the city of Paris.
But, Your Majesty, your edict says men with swords.
Yes, yes, but only due to some absurd scribal oversight for whom someone's head will roll. In the meantime, I suppose, your infuriated king must allow you to thrust and carry me as you please.
And I did, living happily, if a little naughtily, ever after.
Ladies and gentlemen, the story of Julie d'Aubigny, better known as La Maupin.